This is the plaintiff, Mercy Ituraga. She says she was hired to stucco a house for the defendant, and she was only paid a portion of the agreed-upon amount for the job. She comes from a family where your word means everything. She can't believe the defendant's trying to stiff her on the $2,000 she still owed and is suing her for just that today because she did an excellent job. This is the defendant, Evelina Sandoval. She says the plaintiff's work was subpar and was not going to pass the stucco inspection. She spoke with the plaintiff and pointed out the problems, gave her a chance to fix the work, but she chose not to. Then she had to hire someone else to get the job right. She'll never do business with the plaintiff again and most definitely doesn't owe her a dime. She's accused of stiffing a stucco'er. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $3,000 for all she's out.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff stuccoed a house for the defendant and got stiffed, but the defendant says the work was lousy. It's the case of I'm not stucco on you.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome in.
Okay, now you two are family, right?
Yes.
How are you related?
She's married to my nephew.
She's married to your nephew. Okay,
Yes.
and so nephew and you are in the stucco business, and you two are in the stucco business.
Yes.
Okay, so she contacts you and she tells you she'd like to sub something to you.
Yes. It was a $7,000 house of stucco that we did. 2 stories, which all material was included for $7,000. And if you look at the picture, you'll know why material was included. It's a huge house.
Okay.
So she did pay $5,000 of it, but she never paid the other $2,000 because
Why
they
were you
didn't get paid.
subbing the job?
There was 3 houses that needed to be done. We were on one of them, and we needed some help to get the other one. Basically, the general contractor wanted us to have somebody on the other house as well.
Okay.
That we were doing. So my husband and I were working on one of them, and we hired them to work on the other house as well.
And then there was a third house
There was a third house
that
which is
you were
right-
going to do?
Yes. on
Okay,
the
so
corner.
now the house that you subbed to them, they were paying you $8,000. You were paying them $7,000, so you were going to take one for the
It
commission.
was
or whatever.
10,000, yeah, and we were going to pay them 7. We
Wait.
purchased
So they were paying you $10,000
for the house, yes,
Right.
the stucco it.
for all of them, or for that one house?
For the one house.
Okay.
Yes, and we purchased the materials. Basically, we were just going to pay them 7,000 to stucco the house. That's it.
Wait, hold on one second. Was the $7,000 just for your labor, or did it include the materials?
They were going to put the
They
material.
were going to put the materials, so it was
Yes.
just for your labor. I
Yes.
got it. All right. So what happens is they stucco the house. You stucco your 2 houses, or
Yes,
one of
ma'am.
them.
Yes, we stuccoed the first one. The one on the very corner, we actually, because of this situation, actually ended up being given to somebody else.
Okay, so
The
let's talk
contractor, yeah.
about that. What is the situation you're referring to?
After they finished with their stuccoing their house, the general contractor, he saw our house that we did, and he saw there were certain areas that he didn't like about the house. He was
About the house you did?
No, the house that they did.
Okay.
He had sent me messages saying that he had to hire a stucco inspector to come out and look at their house because he noticed that the windows weren't filled up all the way with stucco, which didn't meet the requirement, the thickness requirement of stucco at that time. He noticed, of course, on our house that we did ourselves, that they were flush. The stucco was flush up to the brim of the window, and on their house it wasn't. So because of that, he didn't want to pay the agreed amount that he had.
How
with
much
us.
did you receive from the contractor?
$5,000 is what he gave us.
And then you gave them the whole $5,000?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to need some proof of what you're saying. Do you have pictures of what you're describing that
Yes,
was done
ma'am.
incorrectly?
I do.
Let
I
me see
do
that.
have some pictures.
I'm going to need you to come up here and show me what I'm supposed to be looking at that's wrong. What's that?
So that's basically showing the reveal of the window. Basically, the stucco is supposed to be flush up to the window, the brim of the window, and it's not.
The stucco is supposed to be thicker?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and you can.
Hold on.
And the same thing on these, you can see. This is the same windows. And these are just from far away.
Why would that be $2,000 worth?
because he was also questioning the bottom part as well. This portion down here, he was saying that was also not as thick as it was supposed to be. He was saying,
Okay, do you have any proof of the things you're saying that the contractor said all this stuff?
yes, I might have the copies of the text that he sent.
Let me see all of the, and also, you said something about an inspection that was failed?
Yeah, that's what he mentioned to me.
Okay, do you have the failure to pass inspection?
No, he didn't give that to me.
Well, you're going to need that if that's true.
Yeah,
And
after this happened, he didn't want to cooperate with me anymore. After everything, he was like, I'm not going to do anything like that.
Go ahead and go back.
So if the customer says part of the job wasn't done well, can the customer deduct what was not done well from the cost of the job?
I would think so, because they'll have to hire someone else to be able to do repairs on the work that was done.
But what if the contractor says, I did the job right, I want my money in full?
Well, you have to give him opportunity maybe to change it again.
Oh, that's interesting. Give them a chance to fix it. What do you say?
I would say you pay them because they already did the work, so...
And then you can sue afterwards if there's a
Yeah, I would say that.
Okay, going inside the courtroom.
You just kept saying, I owe you $2,000. I pay my bills. A normal turnaround time is 30 days. Not once were you saying you did a terrible stucco job until much later. And then you didn't say a terrible stucco job. You said there were some problems. Mm-hmm. And she reaches out to you, kind of in a formal way. Can I see the text in your phone, because these screenshots cut off the date? This is Mercy, president of JM Stucco. I'm reaching out to you for the remaining balance, blah, blah, blah. I really hate to take this to court. It's the only text I will send you. You say, hello, Mercy. This is Evelina, president of Number One Quality Works. Blah, blah, blah. Since there was issues with the stucco applied, that is the very first time you mention issues. We have full intentions on paying all our subs that we hire. Apologies for the delay. Even here, you don't say it's a $2,000 issue. And then she says, thanks, Evelina, for replying. If there's an issue, I will send my guy to fix it at no cost to your company. Please send pictures of the damage. Thanks again. To which you reply, okay, not a problem. Mainly, it was the second-story windows. They were not filled to the top. And it's 7/8. So to make the illusion, we just filled it up so they don't question the whole house. What?
Yeah.
If I'm the homeowner, no wonder you got fired. If I'm the homeowner and you're supposed to do X and you do Y, what was this about?
I don't.
Okay, not a problem. Mainly it was the second-story windows. They were not filled to the top, and it's 7/8. So to make the illusion, we just fill it up so they don't question the whole house. But we've been working on it, and we should be getting paid soon. If not, I will pay you from our jobs, and I will sue them. This is what you're saying to them. I will pay you. There's not a problem. I'm going to make the illusion. And then 6 days later, she reminds you again. So tell me how it is that I should now look at them and say it's so bad that you're not getting your other $2,000. By the way, you said you were going to show me the text from
the general contractor. Like I said,
Let me see that.
Mm-hmm.
Who's Eric?
He's my husband.
Okay. On July 30th, the only thing you're showing me as proof is a text from someone who purports to be the general contractor. You say, Eric, you guys don't even have 7/8 on the second floor and 5/8 on the bottom or half inch. This would fail inspection, would cause problems on ballast point now. That's all you got. I don't even know which house he's talking about. Why would that be on them? You have a counterclaim against them for $3,000. That's because the contractor withheld $3,000 of that job. So you're trying to get them to pay it.
5,000, yeah, because it was like I said, the job itself was 10.
Well, why wasn't it you didn't amend your counterclaim to
we were still, like I said, if we would have got the other 5, I would give her 2,000 and then us get our 3,000.
Ms. Sandoval, I don't see enough proof on your part that anything they did was the reason you didn't get paid. If in fact they had done a job that needed them to correct it, you would not say, no problem, don't worry, we'll create an illusion. You're still telling them at that point that you owe them the $2,000. You signed a promissory note saying, I've paid you $5,000 and I owe you $2,000. I'm ordering you to pay them the $2,000 and on your counterclaim, 0. That's my verdict.
Well, it didn't work out too well for the defendant, Ms. Sandoval. You heard the judge. She said you got to give him $2,000. What do you think?
If that's what she says, then that's what we'll do.
You won't be working with them again, will you, or not?
No, I don't think so.
Sorry about that. That's the judge's verdict. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You must sign some documents on your way out of the courtroom. The plaintiffs are on their way out now. You're smiling.
Yes.
You feel better now?
Yes, I do. Justice was done.
Okay. Was it hard for you to file a suit against her?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, she's family.
I know.
But I live per day, you know, I take nothing to the heart.
Okay. You'd still be friends with her, do you think?
Yes.
Oh, good for you. All right. Thank you very much, ma'am. All right, Harvey.
Okay, you know, Doug, we've talked about this before. Hire licensed contractors. I know sometimes it might be a little more expensive, but you have so much more protection. Number one, they get bonded. And number two, you can check to see if they've screwed up any other jobs in the past.